Draft equals drama, man. That's how it goes. NBA, NFL, I guess maybe a little bit of baseball. We can turn our attention to that. I'm going to have to get my mock draft filled for the Guardians coming up here soon, but the Cavs made the pick last night. I'm going to say Jason Tatum. I'm going to say Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylon Tyson that is the newest member of the Cleveland Cavaliers with the 20th pick last night. And a little drama, I think, throughout the draft, right? I didn't think Furpy. Dude, Kevin Pelton had Johnny Furpy as his 5th best player. He's still available in the second round tonight. But there's always a little drama. That's why you sit down, you watch the draft. I think it's good entertainment. It's a lot of fun. And certainly with the Cavs being involved, what were we going to do? We're going to see that pick, and it was going to, for me, kind of give me a sense of where I thought the Cavs were going to go this offseason. I laugh. I don't mean to crap on people. Instant draft reaction and instant draft grades, they make me laugh. They really do. How are you going to know in the NFL, the NBA, who this guy is going to be? Or, oh, we give it a D+ for the value here. How do you know? You have no idea, right? You take your best swing at it, especially with the Cavs at 20. There were other guys I had on the list. I'm not going to lie. I did not have Jaylon Tyson. I don't know why. I just have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are like just somehow in my mind with it. Hey, you want to know what? He turns into one of those guys. We'll be doing just fine. We'll be doing just fine with the 20th overall pick. But certainly some things to dive into to learn about him as he is now joining the Cavs. What I think that means for the Cavs the rest of this offseason. And we're all going to become experts. Because as soon as they get picked, what do? You pull up YouTube videos. You watch 5 minutes of YouTube videos and think you know everything about this kid. We're going to do that together this morning on this show. We're all going to become draft experts on Jaylon Tyson as he is a member of the Cavs. We got round 2 tonight. We do have Bronny James hanging out there. What happens? And I did think about this question. About, as a fan, do you want this fairy tale ending for the Jameses? Do you want Bronny to go to the Lakers? Do you not care? For me, as a father, a sentimental type of guy, I kind of want him to go there. I kind of want the dream to live for everything. So we'll talk about that, getting to go for tonight. Guardians, what did I say? So what? You lost the final one against the Orioles. But man, Carlos Carrasco, not bad, buddy. Not bad. Set that aside, and you get after the Royals' ass tonight. You get after it starting tonight. We'll get to that. Amari Cooper, letting it be known then he wants to get paid. I don't know if that's good. We'll discuss that. We got time up. We got the grid. We got the morning update. We got it all in a post-draft reaction right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Good morning for now, but it's not going to be around 11:30 for us.
Nope. Our stomachs neither.
Ryan and I are going today to pay off our bet to Drew and the Bangalorean. We will depart this show at 11 a.m. We will get into our cars. We will drive to beautiful Stowe, Ohio, and walk through the doors at Skyline Chili.
Gives me chills.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
So
we are men of our words. We will pay our bet off.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then obviously do like a pseudo vlog thing. But then I'm gonna have to put that into like, and I'll edit it.
You have to edit and send it to the boys.
And then, but I gotta put it into like a commercial too. Remember?
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that won't take me long. I'm gonna do a little nice monologue.
Do a little, yeah. I here's how I picture it. We'll start the video of us in the parking lot, and I'll be, hey, we're here. Do we need to tell the people at Skyline like we're filming this? Because, like, I picture you walking in with me and me going up and going, hi, this is my first time. I don't know what to get.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But just let them know, like, hey, we're just filming this. This isn't a poor reflection on Skyline necessarily. God, it's because I don't want to go. I don't want to do it.
Are you going to get the 3-way, the 4-way, or the 5-way?
That's what I don't understand. Like, that, I'm going to ask. I'm going to go, what should I get? I do not like onions, so don't put onions on my thing.
So that, I'm pretty sure it goes, your 3-way is your basic noodles, chili, cheese, and beans.
Okay, that I can do.
And then I think the 4-way is chili, cheese, bean, onions
Okay,
or
don't want
something
that.
like that. I don't know.
We'll
It's
find
weird.
out when we get there. So check the video out. They're on tonight with their show. I don't know if we'll get it to them in time, but they're going to air it eventually on there. So we'll do that after the show. So be following along. It's going to be a good time. Last night for the draft, I thought, again, the drama, the broadcast was great. It was fine. This was very clearly I don't want to say lacking draft, but like, okay, you knew who was going number one. It was funny as I saw a lot of the sports books putting out the odds of guys to go at specific places. It went a little chalk. There's a little drama about who was it trying to get ahead of the Trailblazers to take Donovan Clingan. Memphis, I think, was trying to get up there. Then I guess a little drama with Zach Edey going as early as he did. You had some other. I did not think Khalil Ware was going to go that early from Indiana. So you had a little bit of drama, but we all waited up to see what the Cavs were going to do. And I sent it out when they were sitting there at 20. I didn't have Tyson on the list. I was buying into what Kevin Pelton was selling here. Kevin Pelton had Johnny Furpey out of Kansas as his 5th best player. And I go, he's sitting there? What's going on? And now all of a sudden, lo and behold, he's still sitting there in the second round.
And Phil Bukowski.
Yeah, those are the two biggest names. I mean, outside of Bronny, but guys you thought might go in the first round. Missy went one pick right after us. Dude, the one that I had a feeling it might go, but Tristan Da Silva going right before 2 picks. Was it 2 picks before us? One. That's right. I was like, man. The more I think about it, the more I was like, yeah, that was a guy. I tweeted about Dalton Connect. That was your drama last night. That was your Brady Quinn, Aaron Rodgers, him sitting there. I'm glad I didn't have to wait that long. You knew the Lakers were. Is he not just another version of Austin Reeves, though? Am I missing that?
I take that back. Da Silva was 2 picks.
2 picks. Okay, 2 picks for Da Silva. But yeah, close. Dalton Connect goes to the Lakers. You get a little drama with that. That confused me. I go, are you drafting Austin Reeves 2.0? But whatever. Okay, so LeBron gets him, there in the Lakers. And the Cavs, everything about that pick, I was wondering. There's 3 main positions in basketball. There's wings, there's guards, and there are big men. If they took either of the other 2, of a guard or a big man, then I was going to sit there and be like, okay, well, wait a minute here. What does that mean for Darius Garland? Oh, wait a minute. What does that mean for Jared Allen? What does that mean for this team? Did you see the reports coming out yesterday? They're not breaking this up. They don't want to break this up. We'll discuss that in a little bit. So they don't. They went with need. And we'll get to know Jaylon Tyson here in a minute because we're going to watch his tape. I'm going to run through Ethan Sand's 7 things to know about him coming up. He's a 6'7". And again, by the way, everybody said, he's not 6'7". They said he's in shoes versus not shoes. The NBA stopped measuring guys in shoes. Last time I checked, they play the game in shoes, okay? So, whatever. I go 6'7", he's 6'7" in shoes. Can shoot a little bit from 3. Not a high percentage guy. In his 2 years, because one of the things you'll understand is that he transferred. He finished out at Cal. He was at Texas Tech. And through the 2 years that he actually played, he's like a 1.7 out of 4 3-point shooter average per game. So it's not like 50% quite. I think actually for his career it was like 37%. Not bad. That was kind of my interest about the 3-point shooting, if that's where they kind of want to lean. You see the athleticism, a little bit of defense. So I saw the Cavs make a move that helps their team, right? We discussed, is this a move to trade to somebody else? We saw Rob Dillingham get flipped pretty quick there. This is a move, I think, that this guy's going to be on the Cavs. He's going to be a rotation player on this Cavs team, at least starting for this season. So those moves, does it really kind of give me any sense of what the team might do this offseason? Not necessarily. Then we get to these reports that they're not breaking this up. The reports are starting to come out, and maybe we've just turned a blind eye to them because they have been out there before. Colby Altman doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to trade anybody away. And for a long time, I was just that's what you say when you don't want, that's what you say to drive up value, or that's what you say to other teams when they come calling, because everybody has said what Kobe is asking for Darius Garland or Jared Allen, it's a king's ransom, and nobody wants to pay that. And the fact that there's not even been any meaningful reports of trade discussions with teams, that kind of tells me that maybe Kobe is just going to batten down the hatches, so to speak, and we're going to run it back with this team. I don't like that. I don't like that. And it's not just because I'm so conditioned that there was going to be a trade. I have serious questions on if it's going to work. Now, the X factor in that is Kenny Atkinson. He finally got in town yesterday. Woj broke it on the broadcast. He's got a 5-year deal with the Cavs. Pretty standard for the NBA. Is that on him to make this work? You can slice up all those advanced metrics from this past season about Garland on the floor with Allen and Mobley out there with Mitchell, Garland, and Allen. Like, any way you want to try to cut it up, you see little glimpses and you see little pieces of it working. Is that going to go over 82 games? Is that going to get me through 3 or 4 playoff series to get to a championship? I don't know. You're projecting, you're forecasting at that point. The one thing that I think I keep coming back to is I truly don't think Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell can coexist. It's not because they're not friends. It's not because they hate each other. I just don't see them have their best games when they're both out there. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I've soured on Darius Garland. And that's probably unfair of me to do. Guy broke his jaw, lost the weight. I got very frustrated by the end of the season with Darius Garland. And if he's back here and if he's on this Cavs team moving forward, I'm going to do what I always do as a fan. Go Cavs. If he's on this team, I'm not going to hang that over on him, and I'm going to want the best. I just question it. I just really wonder. And the other thing that, watching the draft and kind of, it got my mind jogging on this, which takes me to sometimes some bad places, man. But I haven't thought about Donovan Mitchell. And what I really question, and you don't trade away a guy like Donovan Mitchell, you don't, wish him off your team. Can you really win with guards anymore in the NBA? Like, I was thinking about that as they ran through some past drafts, right? And there was the anniversary of Jordan going third. It was the anniversary of LeBron, which we talked about. And I think about the best players in history. And a lot of them are forward centers, and sometimes those were eras where they were just bigger and stronger and taller than everybody else. They just beat them up, right? Then the wing players. Probably the 2 best players in NBA history are both wing players, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And I'll give you Steph Curry's and your Jerry Wests and your Pistol Petes and your Allen Iversons and your Derrick Rose who won an MVP. I just continue to question if you can win consistently in the NBA being a guard-driven team. And that gives me then fear. Are you putting all your eggs in the basket of Donovan Mitchell as a guard? Donovan Mitchell was 6 inches taller. We'd be having a different conversation. He's not. Gets back to what we all think the future is, and that's Evan Mobley. If the Cavs want to go where I think they need to go, the best player on your team has eventually got to become Evan Mobley. He's got the skill set to do it, needs offensive development. But when I look at the landscape, look at the draft last night. What were a lot of those first 10 picks? Big guys. Klingin. Guy I can't pronounce. Zachary, whatever his last name is. Rashai, whatever. Sar. That is what the NBA craves right now. And this was, by a lot of measures, a weak draft, as some people call, which, again, goes back to draft grades, which I think are stupid. But it got me questioning all of these things. So that, if you somehow agree with what I'm saying here, that this isn't a guard-driven league anymore, why the hell would you keep 2 guards around then? Why would you do that? Because it's what you have? It's because Darius is already on a max, you might as well keep him around? I don't know. So it's twofold of the Cavs made a move, I think, as filling a hole. They didn't do anything that would be, we're trading this guy or they're going to package this with the other guy. You made a move for a guy that hopefully can fill in and help your team. If anything, I like the fact that he's 6'7", in shoes, and hopefully can develop a little bit there. Okay, great. Beyond that, outside of that, the reports that Kobe's not going to do anything, doesn't want to trade anybody away, maybe I got to start paying attention to that, right? Maybe that is the truth. He doesn't want to they're going to run it back with his core 4. Now, that's also not, you're stuck with these guys. You could try this, and maybe that's what Kobe Altman is sitting there saying. Let's give Kenny Atkinson a few months. More than that, you start in October, the trade deadline's still not, February? Give him that time to see if this works. And I'm sure maybe a conversation was Kenny Atkinson sitting down saying, I'd like to get my hands on this. I'd like to get my hands on this roster as it's currently constructed. Do you feel like the Cavs are pressured to make a trade? I do.
Yeah, from an outside point of view, yeah, from us.
Because what? Running it back when you got gentlemen swept in the second round is not good enough. Boston running it back is fine. You don't see much else. Like the Knicks. What do the Knicks say? That's not good enough. We're going to re-sign OG Anunoby, and we're going to bring in Mikal Bridges. You're going to see some of these other teams. Minnesota, not good enough. We got to go to Rob Dillingham. Again, could be something, could not. I don't know. But I guess when I look at it, that I was underwhelmed with what the Cavs did last year to just run it back, bringing in Kenny Atkinson, that doesn't do it for me. And maybe I'm wrong, and I'd love to be proven wrong, and I'd love to put all my eggs in the basket of Kobe Altman telling me I'm wrong. But it comes back to one of your favorite takes, Ryan. Why do you believe in Kobe Altman?
Facts.
Does he deserve all of my trust?
No.
Does he deserve everything for me just to go, he's got it.
No.
He's got it. We're good. I'll sit back. He's good. I'll take care. He'll take care of this. And yeah, I'm conditioned that they were going to make a trade. Last night didn't change anything. You made your pick on a guy that can develop, maybe be a rotational piece on your thing. The one thing that you were kind of hooked on about Tyson, which again, we're talking a lot about here coming up, what was his pro comp?
Well, yeah, why is it Isaac Okoro?
It's Isaac Okoro.
If he scored 19 points per game in his senior season.
Yeah, but college can be a little finicky. If they have a chance, and I'm not saying that Cal hurts for draft picks, but I'm just saying if they really want to get a guy somewhere, who's the kid out of Providence that got taken? And they were like, he was like Craig Porter Jr. was on the Cavs. When Craig Porter Jr. was at Wichita, he led his team in points, rebounds, assists, block shots, steals, like every major statistical category. He led them. And whoever that Providence kid last night was, same thing: points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, like everything he did. Because they were probably like, oh, this is our one shot for an NBA draft pick. Might as well just let him score all the points and try to get a little notoriety here. Nothing wrong with that. UConn was different. Why did they not ask Danny Hurley about the Lakers job? Do you think he went up there? Did you watch the broadcast? Not really?
No.
So Danny Hurley was there. Castle and Klingon go. And he goes up to the broadcast. And they didn't ask him about the Lakers job. I wonder if that was like a, hey.
It's about the players today.
I get it, but I'm sure that was said, if I come up here, don't ask me about it. And they would rather have his thoughts on Castle. And again, I don't want to steal from those guys' thunder in their moment and all that. But I thought that was interesting that Danny Hurley got up there, didn't say anything. All right, Cavs got up there. They take Jaylon Tyson, California, 6'7" wing. Here's what we're going to do. We're all going to learn, because we're all experts after you watch the YouTube clip. Ryan's got a YouTube video of him that we're going to watch here in a second. But I want to head over to Cleveland.com and Ethan Sands. And he did 7 things to know about Jaylon Tyson, the new Cavs draft pick from last night. Let's run through it. Number 1, he played for Texas and Texas Tech, where he had originally committed before flipping to Texas, before heading out for his junior year, where he averaged 19.6 points per game, 7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and he's a first-team All-Pac-12 pick for California. Over his last 2 seasons were the ones that he played the majority of his time. He played in all 62 games, shot 47% from the floor and 38% from behind the arc. He transferred from Texas Tech after, at that time, experiencing racial remarks under then head coach Mark Adams, who ended up resigning from Texas Tech. He had originally had his waiver for immediate eligibility denied, but the decision was reversed after Cal appealed the ruling. The head coach of California during Tyson's career was Mark Madsen, who's also a player development coach and assistant coach under the Lakers after being the head coach of their D-League team for a little while. His instruction from a former NBA coach should help Jaylon Tyson understand how his game can convert to the NBA stage. Kenny Atkinson is known to have a similar coaching style to Mark Madsen, who's at Cal, prioritizing the development of his players and helping them grow in the league, making Tyson a plug-in fit for the Cavs and Kenny Atkinson. He is just 21 years old, stands at the sturdy 6'6", 6'7", 218 pounds. His size, strength, and length will allow him to fit in as a small forward in the Cavs with the ability to create his own shot and the potential to defend at a high level. Tyson models his game after Josh Hart and Caleb Martin because of how they will do anything to help their team win, including the dirty work like chasing down 50-50 balls and being tenacious on the glass.
That's Isaac Okoro type.
Well, I mean, yeah, I take Josh Hart any day. He turns into Josh Hart, his 20th overall pick. I'll take it all day. He grew up in Plano, Texas, where he attended John Paul II High School, helped his team win their first state championship in his junior year. So that's the 7 things to know about Jaylon Tyson. I think the biggest thing is, again, the height, which I like, the build, which I like, a chance to be a really good defender, and if he can just continue to create a three-point shot, I think they're doing pretty well. That all being said, Ryan, let's all become experts on Jaylon Tyson.
All right, you ready?
You have the clip. We have it up. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to ask you to pause and play it as we go, and we're just going to watch some film here. Watch some film. Everybody sit down with us. Get the YouTube comments going on Twitter at Matt Fontana Show. See what we got. Now, by the way, this is the Cavs.
No. This is just inside
the edge. We appreciate the video from them. Here comes Jaylon Tyson.
It's impressive because they're coming back from San Antonio where they played Ole Miss, and that's that's the new job for Chris Beard, who's renowned
that's
for his
him
defense.
Right there. All right. Oh, backdoor cut. Okay.
Canadian-born. He grew up in Vancouver. Did that?
I wish they had the little arrows on him. All right, little red bat. Let's go. We're all becoming experts right here. Everybody getting sucked in on Jaylon Tyson right now.
Everybody's competitive. Everybody wants to win games. But, when you have the NCAA tournament or postseason basketball.
I'd open through. Okay. All right.
Okay. Santa Clara, though, they got what they wanted to.
Are you beating up on Santa Clara? What are you doing here? Come on now.
Don't be afraid to shoot shots that you come into the ball game. You shoot all the time.
Again, I'm trying to find him on the court. I need the little arrow thing on him.
If you're tentative, if you're afraid to miss.
Extra pass.
Hey, if he'll knock down that all day, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, if we can get another basket, if we're Cal, maybe that gets us off the schneid, gets our confidence back.
Tyson to push it back.
That was pretty. Go back to that. I like that off that little pick and roll right there with the ball.
Ball's not going to go down if you're tentative, if you're
this was a three. Watch it again, though.
Tyson.
He's got a nice little stroke.
He does. And it's a little quick here. I like this. Watch this. Quick screen.
Gets us off the schneid, gets our confidence back.
It's that right there. That little second move, that spin. All right. And again, it's college Santa Clara. It's going to be a little different when he gets to the NBA.
But he should have.
Got the ball right now.
Keeping Cal on the perimeter right now.
See, that right there, though, is what the Cavs need. Another guy that can ISO and get a shot.
Well, and I think it's a lot of what I like there is that he's starting outside the arc, right? Like, he's not somebody that's going to be there. Now, that was, he kicked that out. He was the one that drove it there. I kind of like that. I mean, the fact that he's bringing the ball up the court a few times here, kind of like that was him that made the pass.
It's easy to do when Washington State's really not committed to going to the offense.
Yeah, there you go.
He's quick.
He has got a little explosiveness to him as well. I was like, why the hell are the Spurs? Wait, there must just be down there. It's like, college gets so iffy because he's got the height advantage there. But he can play with his back to the basket, so he can hit some threes. I've seen some, obviously, ball handling is just fine. Look at that. I mean, come on. I like it. I like it. It's got to be him on a rebound. Oh, no. He's in the. This is easy because he's in the bright green shoes.
He's playing
the bright green shoes. Well, I mean, you know what that says to me? What does Kenny Atkinson want to do? He wants to run pace.
Offense just didn't hit the shot. Lampkin does
this is with him with the ball.
That double team and then squaring his shoulders to have vision and awareness.
That was gross.
That was pretty nice.
That was gross.
That was nice.
Fourth turnover.
He can move, man.
Newell lost it on the way up. No whistle there.
Again, the back to the basket.
Jaylon Tyson,
You got a quarter of the floor all to yourself.
Yeah.
One-on-one, you take it.
He's not afraid to back it down. He's got some decent size. He can do it.
Boot still not out of it yet. Okafor dumps it off, and Tyson throws it down.
There you go.
Defender.
All right, man. I mean,
here's Jaylon Tyson battling Keon Brooks Jr.
That's nice.
for the Pac-12 scoring
That's
title.
nice.
Another guy, no matter who they're
Here we go.
Exactly. And
Again, we're watching Jaylon Tyson, new Cavs draft pick. We're all going to learn right now. We're all going to learn a little bit about it. That's the one thing. Like, right, I'm an expert now. I've watched 3 minutes of this YouTube clip. Not too much mid-range stuff. It's either back to the basket or he's shooting threes.
Game going fast again.
Rescue again. We're told to expect he'd be on something.
He's in the
minutes
corner
count
right now.
today.
Yeah, he cuts.
A lot of backdoor.
A lot of cuts.
On to the Big
Lot of
Ten
cuts.
championship.
All right.
Move without the ball.
What's that?
Moving without the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be
Absolutely.
important, for everything. And
Sports on the docket.
it's got to be a 3.
Hoops,
Yep.
Football.
All right.
Jaylon Tyson hits his
I'm
fourth.
saying though, like creating your own 3-point shot.
Well, and that's like, again, so just the quick write-ups and everything. You can create his own shot.
that's what the Cavs
And
needed so badly
Like
last year.
that
Like
ball
the only
handling
dude,
right there.
the only guy coming off the bench that could do that was Karras.
Yeah. The quickness there, I like it. You got the board.
Like
You
a
got the
Coral
offense.
wasn't creating his own shots like
No,
that.
that's
AMAC, run some
little
action.
insight there on Jaylon
Get him on post up.
Jaylon
Tyson for
Tyson.
3, puts it in. Jaylon Tyson's
Oh,
A lot of threes, a lot of back to the
there you
basket.
go. Tough shot. Didn't have enough room.
I mean, I see what the Cavs are looking at, man. You want to play with pace. Here he comes. He's going to get it on the cut.
Tyson stepped in
And one.
got it and one.
That should have
All right.
right there. He got the switch on
There
there
you go.
big at the
A
foul
little bit of
line.
insight there. Now we're all experts on him. Now we know everything that Kobe Altman was looking at for him. I like it, and again, I wanted to do that on the show because I want everybody to get our instant reaction. What do you see? He can shoot the 3. He's got his back to the basket.
It's shot
he can
creation
dribble.
for me.
What's that?
That was the biggest thing, was him being able to create his own shots and separate.
Yeah, no, I agree. So we did that for everybody this morning to get up a little bit. And here's the thing. I don't think there's any part, like with that pick, okay, everybody this morning to get up. What did we watch? That's me. Watch me. Watch right. We watched that clip right there, right? Dude, that's the 20th pick. And if you're going to tell me that you want to take a little bit here on him for just that, like if I just showed you that clip, we just watched a 3-minute YouTube clip. I'd imagine Kobe Altman did a little more than that. You watch a 3-minute clip, you say, you want that guy at 20? Yeah, sure. No, I could go pull you a Yves Missy highlight thing. I could go pull whatever. You see a guy, he can dribble with the ball, he can create his own shot, he's not afraid to shoot the 3, and he can back down, guys. A lot of that will change in the NBA. You want to know the one thing I think will change probably the most in the NBA? He ain't going to be able to back guys down like that. He's not going to be able just to back down guys on that strength in the NBA. But put a little weight on him and see what happens. Dude, it's the 20th pick. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, you take on some upside, and you hope to find a rotational player. I look at picks like that. That's almost like, what, a 3rd-round pick in the NFL draft? What do you think, like, the 20th pick? Seriously, we know that 2nd-round picks outside of Draymond and Jokic and a couple other names don't really turn into much.
I would say 3rd.
So I'm like, because I almost look at it like the 10s, right? In the NBA, your top 10, that's like the 1st round in the NFL. You should find borderline stars, plug-and-play instant starters. 10 to 20 is a little like the 2nd round. Contributors, you think they're probably pretty good. You get into the 20s, that's kind of like a 3rd-round pick. And maybe he turns into your Martin Emerson. Maybe he turns into your MJ.
You said that. I was just
you think about
to
MJ,
say,
right?
I
You
was
think about
just
MJ.
about to say MJ Emerson.
And what did they do with MJ? You took a body type that's got a little bit of skill. And look at him now.
Well, yeah, that's what you do when you get these late picks. It's
Right,
and that's
relatively,
reasons
right.
why, right, for the 1st round. That's why you managed to see guys we talked about. Is it Filipowski?
I don't know. Filipowski. I don't know.
And Furphy. That's why you see these guys fall out, because at that point, I mean, yes, you're throwing darts to a point, but you're just looking at guys with specific skill sets, specific body types that you need for your team and that you think you can turn into something.
Well, and I also, I like, again, now that we're experts watching that clip, there's multiple things I saw. He's not a one-trick pony. It's not just he shoots or just backs down or just plays defense. I saw a little sprinkling of everything. And you brought up a great point. Watch him on that floor, the pace, what he's doing, getting it up and down the floor. What is Kenny Atkinson? I'm going to say this until the season starts to understand. Kenny Atkinson wants pace. He is going to want to take the Cavs, who were 22nd in pace last year. They're going to be in the top 10 this season. Come hell or high water, whether it works or not, you're going to want to see an up-tempo type of game. Well, seems like this guy fits. And at the end of the day, how many minutes is he really going to play? You know what I mean? Like, if he's your 2nd guy off the, let's just say, because that's all we can operate on right now. The Cavs do not change a damn thing. You got your core four, Strus, Niang, Craig Porter Jr., Sam Merrill. They're all here. What do you think for Jaylon Tyson? I'm going to say second guy off the bench behind Karis LeVert. Now, the sad thing is he the replacement for Karis LeVert? And I like Karis LeVert, but for right now, like those minutes might start to go to him. Sam Merrill's still your backup guard. Craig Porter can still run some in the back. I mean, and I could see, like, with a skill set like that, you want to know a lineup I thought of? What if you went Mitchell, Tyson, Strus, Mobley, Allen? That's some instant height in that backcourt. You're going to ask Tyson, he's going to have to defend a smaller guy. But and especially if you get Mobley into shooting some threes, that's 4 shooters in Jared Allen.
That's the formula today's NBA.
I'll take it. I'm intrigued. To see that. So, again, I like the pick. I do this just because I want to bring it up. I think they're stupid. The draft grade from CBS Sports, they gave the Cavs a B-. And I do this saying that I don't like it, but I'm going to give you the read anyway. If you saw him this year at Cal, you're going to be excited about this pick. Well, we just did. If you saw him the year at Texas Tech the year before, not so much. He really took advantage of a need for a ball-dominant player at Cal and made it work for him. He's a big facilitating guard, but the question is whether he can be an off-ball shooter when he doesn't get the ball as often. You want to go back to tape from 2 years ago? Okay, sure, fine. And I get that GM's got to do that, and people that are in the association that cover this, they got to do that. I'll go on what you did for me recently. And I liked what I saw. But a B-, like, draft grades are stupid.
What was the lowest they gave?
Let's see. I'm just scrolling through. Like, they didn't do it in order. They just did by pick. Like, I'll give you one guess what grade they gave the Lakers for getting Dalton Connect.
A+?
A freaking plus, buddy. A+. I'm trying to see if I see any C's here. B+, Zach Edey. A for Donovan Clingan. B+ for Saloon. Holland a B. B- for Castle. B+ for Reed Shepherd. Okay.
What'd they give the Celtics for Baylor Shireman? He's the last pick of the draft.
Last pick of the first round.
That's my guy.
A-.
Yeah, that's my guy.
A-. I don't think oh no. A C+ for the Knicks taking Pacome Diet out of France. C+ for Keyshawn George out of Miami. A guy I kind of want to take him for the Cavs. AJ Johnson, C+ for the Bucks.
Are we entering an era where...
Oh, the Euros?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, everybody was talking about that. My buddies and I were texting about it last night, about all the French players, and then even some of the Lithuanian, or no, the
are they just chasing
Belgian.
the next Wemby, or is there substance?
No, I think their substance on this is that Europe has taken an interest in basketball, and it's how they develop these kids. Where, Luka, who deserves a big credit for that, Wembanyama, but like Dirk before them, like there are those kind of players, but I think they have approached basketball, so differently over there. Where, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of speaking on my ass right now, but like some of the things is like, I'm not saying they don't go to school, but like that's what you do, right? Like it's just a little bit, when you're 16 in the United States, you're in high school. When you're 16 over there, you get to play pro basketball. And that's kind of what you do. And then you come over to the NBA, I think, further advanced. Now, these guys are 6'8", 7 feet. Like, you got to still find your guys. But I think it's a groundswell in Europe about basketball. Because at one point, it was just soccer. And if you don't play soccer, then what else are you going to do? I think basketball has seen the rise. It's like anything. When you get a sport, which is why, to go back to soccer, why, and I know nothing of soccer, but the people that I do know that know it, they tell me, the United States is eventually going to catch up. Now, it'll never be to the level of Premier League. That's not what I'm talking about. But you eventually will start to see more United States soccer players in the Premier League because soccer is hot right now. So kids want to play it, and they're going to start playing it, and your best athletes are going to start doing it. What is one of the biggest issues with baseball, Ryan? Nobody wants to play baseball anymore. Everybody wants to play football, and now more people are going to play soccer. So it's just that you see that, and then 5 years from now, we'll see the real turn. So I'd imagine even more of the Euros in like 5 years from now, when they see Luka, when they see Webby, when they see these guys that get picked, they're even going to want that even more. And I guess the importance and the onus is now being put on it over there in Europe. I also just got to say that from everything saying that this is a weak draft, maybe that's why.
I mean, are we
Maybe
not to the point where the best 3 players in the NBA, honestly, you can make a case 4 out of the 5 are not foreign?
Giannis,
Luka,
Jokic,
Embiid.
Yeah, and Embiid, Cameroon. All right. Yeah, I mean, again, like Jason Tatum's still very good.
Jason Tatum's not near those guys.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Who's the best 5 players in the league then? Right? Would you say, okay, no question about it is Luka and Jokic, in my opinion.
And Giannis, in my opinion.
Shai's Canadian.
That don't count.
What do you mean?
It's North America.
I get what you're talking about. Yeah. It's North America, yes.
Yeah.
Right there, Ryan. Clear day, good day. You can see right over there. You ever go out to you don't fish. If you ever go way out, like when we go out for walleye, like late in the summer, you got to go deep because the water's cold out there. You get to the Canadian border, and they're sitting right there. And you drift over there, they'll come on up and go, "Where's your passport, buddy?" If not, you better get on the other side of that line. They sit out there all day. Canadian border. So, yeah, I mean, and it's like anything. You still have great American players. I'm not saying you don't. But, yeah, I think you had a groundswell of the Euros. This sounds to be a little bit of a down draft. And I do think there's a little bit of the NIL that plays into this too, right? We talked about football, where the impact in football was going to be felt about guys in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. If you're going to be a 5th-round pick as a junior, why would you go? Go back to school, get paid, maybe improve your draft stock. NBA is a little bit different, where that is just such – I think this even gets lost a little bit last night. How many college programs how many Division I college programs are there? 300?
Something like that.
D1 college basketball teams. There are 351 full-time members of 32 different Division I basketball programs in the United States. I'm bad at math. Well, I could just do this. 10 guys on every team. 351, usually 12, right? That's 4,200 Division I players. They draft 60.
Yeah.
They draft 60. And now football is 90 guys on the 132 teams. I get it. But that's just like that's the crap. And again, then you sprinkle in the Euros, and that's the thing about some of these guys. You got to remember this when they get drafted. And I'll even say the same thing about Jaylon Tyson getting drafted. To even be the 20th pick with probably 4,500 eligible players for the draft, plus the G League, I guess factor all that in. To be the 20th pick, you still got to be pretty damn elite, man. For people crapping on Bronny for tonight, you still got to be pretty damn elite to be a pick in the first round of the NBA draft. It's a hard thing to do, man. Not an easy job to do. So we talked about Jaylon Tyson. I'm sorry, man. I'll get it eventually. He's not going anywhere. You're going to be here for a little while, so I'll get it figured out here in a little bit. So we got plenty of basketball. We will dive into Bronny coming up in hour 2, because tonight it will be the story. Is he going somewhere? And I thought about this, and maybe you want to post this on your Twitter question, as your Twitter question this morning at Matt Fontana Show. Do you want to see Bronny go play with LeBron? I'm going to be honest with you. As an NBA fan, LeBron was here, all that kind of stuff. I want to see that. I do. I want to see that. I think it's a great story. It's tugging at my heartstrings as a father. If that's something that they truly want to do, I want to see that. And I hope that no other team screws that up. Now, it comes back to you want to let teams make their pick, and if somebody really is all in on Bronny. But I'd be lying to you. I'm telling you, I want to see that. I think the NBA wants to see that, and it'd be a great story. It's a little sappy story, but I love it very much.
Should I put even if it's not on the Cavs? Because I feel like...
Yeah. It's going to be the Lakers, but I know where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. Do you just want to see that story? You want to see the fairy tale ending? And I'm not saying that they're going to go win a championship. Shout out to Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman on Unsportsmanlike this morning. I had a great debate. I texted Evan about it. What does Bronny call LeBron? Could you imagine him on the floor going, Dad, screen left, Dad, screen left?
I mean, I don't actually think that's that crazy.
No, I don't think so either. So what I texted Evan was, my dad shot out to Local 55, 40 plus years. My brother's in the plumbing union. So he would be on job sites with my dad, and he would just call him Dad. And everybody knew that they were father-son. Trust me, everybody knew my dad's kid around there. So, there was that dynamic, and Michael would tell me, he goes, that's a little weird, but he's my dad. I'm not going to call him anything else. I'm not going to call him Charlie like everybody else. He's my dad.
LeBron's going to have to tone it down on those road trips.
Brian.
I'm just saying.
How do you no, stop that.
I'm just saying.
Stop that.
Isn't
that kind of did you ever go to take your child to work day with your kids or with your parents? Did you do that when you were in school? You didn't do that in school?
No.
They didn't have take your child to work day?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you pull them out. So with my dad 1 year, no joke. So he took 4 of us, and we were on an active job site. We had to put hard hats on, and we were over the Boys and Girls Club on East 55th. They were working. My dad tried to work. Then he learned after that. We would go to the office and we'd say hi to everybody. We'd knock off and go to Dave and Buster's for the day. First year we went go-kart racing at swings and things. Some of my favorite memory. But that LeBron is taking his son to work. That's it. I want to see that. I think it'd be pretty cool. So I hope that happens. We'll see. Got a lot to get to. We'll talk guards, and we'll talk a lot about what Amari Cooper said in a little bit. But I did want to make note of this because I think it's all out now. And I just want to thank our friends at Tipico. If you didn't see the notice, they have sold to somebody else, and they ceased operations yesterday. We love them. They were great to us. I hope we delivered for them. There were friends of ours there that we appreciated having Sonny on every fall. But if you saw the news yesterday, understand that we're going to have a little change here coming up with Tipico. They're still on with us right now, but they ceased operations yesterday. Never an easy thing to do. I know that there were some people who let go from that and all that, but I just wanted to say here, and I think I speak for everybody, for Dave, for Ken, for everybody here at Big Play. We appreciated their partnership so much. We lived it. We breathed it because we believed in what they were doing. They were a small operation. They were a small book trying to go up against some of the big guys. They got their opportunity now. I'm glad they took it, and we hope we deliver for them. So, again, anybody that was with us with Tipico, I guess I'm really doing you a disservice by announcing it now because it has shut down, but you can still go in and withdraw your funds if they're in there. They sent an email out about futures bets. If you had a futures bet, how that would get sent back to you and withdraw your account. So I just wanted to make mention of that today because yesterday was the final day for Tipico with their operation. So I want to send them a big thank you, for everything for here at Big Play, what they meant to us, and wishing them all the best in the future for, again, a lot of the people. And we'll have some news coming up on where we're pivoting from there, and really excited about some of the opportunities that we have coming up. But I just want to send a very, very big thanks there to everybody at Tipico. It was a great partnership. They'd been on with us from the start, from our show here, but certainly been on Big Play for over a year. So we appreciate them, wishing them all the best. And thank you to all, and really a giant thank you to everybody out there watching and listening that bet with us, that used the promo code, that signed up with us. Hopefully you had a lot of fun. I want to keep doing the boost, right? We had a lot of fun doing the boost, but we just got to wait for the news on the new sportsbook when that comes in. So we'll get to that coming up. We'll still do our odds for the Guardians tonight. But again, a very big thank you going out to Tipico. Chalk guards, hey man, so what? Isn't that nice to be at a point where you're like, so what? You took 2 out of 3 from the Orioles, but Cookie freaking Carrasco, man, pitched well enough to win that game. All I can ask for, I'm in just such a positive place with the guards now. You're on FS1 tonight, buddy.
Are they?
Yeah. 8 o'clock. I don't mind taking 2 out of 3 from the Orioles. Good job. I want to sweep those bastards. Yeah. I want to sweep these Royals right on out. You have the stranglehold on the Central right now. You send these guys packing. You get them out of here. This is a series, I think, the guards... And you're going to have it, man. You got Lively in this series. You got Bybee in this series. Get after it, man. You got Lively tonight. Waka, who they've seen before, 4 ERA. Come on. I want to sweep the 4-game set. It's a 4-game set starting tonight. I want this sweep, buddy.
Yeah,
if
if you sweep the Royals, obviously the season's so long and you can't count anybody out, but I mean, that is essentially a death punch.
Well, and what I want is them to get a little, maybe like, right before the trade deadline, them getting a little nervous. You send them off into the abyss. You are 8 up on the Twins and the Royals. They both won last night, so they both kind of got a game back on us. But the Royals are 9 back, bro. Could you imagine sending them to 13 back?
That'd be special.
13 back, getting to July. I don't know. You come back from that.
Can we take 5 seconds to...
Yes.
Gunnar Henderson, Matt,
is very good.
is so damn good at baseball. He's
good.
Unbelievable.
It's funny you say that because you played growing up. I played growing up. Did you all knew? I don't know if you were that kid. I will tell you, I was not that kid. I was good, but you know the guys that you see, and you're like, that guy.
Yeah. I had a dirty glove, but I couldn't hit my weight.
Oh, I could hit.
Call me Austin Hedges.
I could hit. I was okay with the glove. I had a really strong arm. I was a catcher, and I
was a catcher until high school, and then I transitioned to the hot corner.
Yeah. I tried third base for a year, and it didn't go well. Did not go well.
Really?
So I was catcher. When I got done catching, I went to first in the outfield. I had an arm. I could hit. I could hit for power. I was not really an average guy. But we all played with somebody that, like, they could roll out of their car.
Oh, yeah.
And they were hitting, and they were just people that were just ball players. And to think about that on a level of the major leagues, when it's the best of the best, you look at Jose Ramirez and you go, that guy is just a filthy ball player. He can hit. He can run. His IQ is there. He does it all. Gunnar Henderson is that too.
Yeah, he is.
You watch him and you go, that guy can just play. Even a little different than Trout, because most everybody looks at Trout and they go, he's 5-tool players all the way. But I look at, kind of, and ironically, kind of same position here, like Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt just looks like a guy that is a filthy ball player, and he is just good, and he's going to be good for a long time. I think that with Jose Ramirez. I really do. Dude, John Kenzie Noel. How have we gone this long without giving him his flowers, man?
Crazy.
How freaking cool was that?
He pimped that.
He did. To almost straightaway center.
Kind of crazy. He got his first home run. I tweeted that before Manzardo. That's nuts.
Isn't it nuts? And also, you see the video from the Clippers? They're all in the rain delay, and they all start cheering for him. That was awesome. And I sent that out yesterday when they announced that they were calling him up. Of everything that I saw over the last couple of months, I was excited for Kyle Manzardo. Dude, I was on some John Kenzie Noel down there. I wanted to see him up bad.
When you got a name like that.
It's just a cool-ass name, is it not? John Kenzie?
I've never heard that before, John Kenzie.
I don't think I have either. I mean, I got to tell you, like, some of those...
I thought for the longest time it was John space Kenzie Noel.
Oh no.
But now I know it's
Jhon. Yeah, John Kenzie. I had somebody tell me, "Oh, you know that Jonksy?"
Jonksy.
Oh, John Kenzie Noel. That's who you're talking about. It's a little freaky.
Jonk Smash.
John. Yeah.
I can't take credit for that.
Oh, where'd you see it from?
Twitter.
Okay. You can take it. Everybody takes everything off Twitter anyway. Jonk Smash. I like that, dude.
Yeah.
That tells you, and he's got that little different of a batting
you listen
stance.
to the broadcast, and I mean, it just goes to show everybody in the Clippers clubhouse watching them just how like everybody loves them.
Well, and that's the family mindset of I think the Guardians that they've been able to cultivate. Do you think they have that with the Yankees? Like, I don't know why the Yankees seem so corporate to me that it doesn't feel like they can build a good culture. The Guardians do, and it starts with what Terry Francona did to start that. Vogt has picked that up. But I do, like, you feel it up and down. They're happy when these other guys get their opportunities. So I love it. I love about this team. That was great about John Kenzie getting that first one. Back at it tonight against the Royals. And you got to remind me of this, and it's my fault, but you got to remind you're going to end up turning into like my wife, where she just has to ask me 75 times to do something.
No offense. I don't want to be your wife.
That's fine. I have one. She's great. She's awesome, and I love her very much. I'm not trying to replace her, but I'm going to need you to be my show wife. You're going to have to be my work wife here.
You're like Dr. Respect.
Please do not compare me to him.
No, you're opposite. You're Dr. Respect. He's Dr. Disrespect. You're Dr. Respect.
And that's a whole another ball of wax going on over there. But I'm just going to need you to remind me. At the end of the show, I still want to do our odds. We don't have Tipico, but I still want you to remind me, like, hey, the Guardians are this many games on this, or like give the trends. I want to do that every day still on the way out, so we'll get that coming up. I want to talk Amari Cooper for a second. So Cooper yesterday.
I missed this. I don't know what he said.
He was talking to somebody with Better, like he was doing an interview with a betting company, BETR, Real Money Fantasy. There's a sports book in Ohio. We have opportunities, just saying. And he sat down and he talked to them on TikTok, and he dropped the line, I'm trying to get paid this year.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
So we know where we're at with Amari Cooper. Didn't go to the mini camps, might hold out in a training camp. And he said, I'd pull a hammy or something trying to race you. I'm trying to get, so this is what it was. They came up to him and they said, hey, you want to race? And we'll put it on TikTok. And he goes, no, man, I could pull a hammy and I'm trying to get paid this year. It's a hard line to take with Andrew Berry.
See, here's the thing.
I really think Amari Cooper doesn't have much ground. I mean, I was saying,
but
that.
Here's the thing,
look
Matt.
how
Here's
good
the
he's
thing,
been.
and we disagreed on this. But to me, it's actually, and maybe I'm living in a bubble. But tell me how much I'm living in a bubble. You can't go on the field without Amari Cooper when you already have all your basket in Deshaun Watson. I know you talk about don't restructure it. You want the out. I get it.
For Watson, yes.
With Watson, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But you're basically, obviously not 100%. He could go out there and ball and elevate the other players. But you already are so all in Deshaun Watson. Without Amari Cooper, you're almost guaranteeing it to fail.
Trust me. I want Amari Cooper on the field. And I do think they will get something done. And it's twofold. And I'm going to help your argument even more. You want Cooper out there to have no excuses. The one thing I cannot have this year with Deshaun Watson is an excuse. That's an injury. That's a suspension. That's anything. I need to get done with this season saying you had Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, and David Njoku in this offensive line, and you were either good or bad. I have to have that. So I got to have Amari Cooper out there because I don't want it to be, we missed Amari Cooper for this or we did that. And very rarely outside of Le'Veon Bell, do you see somebody actually hold out into the season, or I don't think that's going to happen. Then on the flip side, it doesn't work with Deshaun Watson. Don't you want Amari Cooper here for some new quarterback that you're going to have to bring in? I know I do.
Yes.
The issue is he's pushing 30.
And I get that.
And wide receivers are getting paid. There's your pro cons. Your pro list is it's Amari freaking Cooper. I don't have to say anything more.
He just put up a career year with 4 quarterbacks.
I know. And now you're going to look at it and say these guys are getting paid. He's pushing 30. Trust me, I get all of it. I do. That's the nuts and bolts. That's when you really get down to the hard, tough contract conversations you got to have. And trust me, this is not Amari Cooper going on a podcast and going, they better pay me or I'm out of here. All he said was, I'm trying to get paid this year. That's a pretty innocuous comment, is it not? He threw that in there on a TikTok to a betting service. Okay, great. He wants to get paid. You know that? I know. But it's like letting that out the way that it came out and the way that I'm sure the Browns are seeing it. And this is not news to them. They know that. But it's like, it's just putting that. He's trying to put the pressure back on the Browns. That's what he's doing.
And I don't have a problem with that.
No, these are big boy conversations. These are high-level conversations.
I mean, let me ask you this, Matt.
With millions on the line.
How many players on this Browns would you be less comfortable with being out for staying out of camp, right? Or just holding out from the season, I should say.
Yeah.
Because the only people that I would say are obviously Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Denzel Ward.
Obviously Deshaun Watson because you need a quarterback.
Watson.
Maybe Denzel Ward.
Nah, Denzel Ward.
I agree you need him, but at the same time, yeah, maybe. Okay. Three players?
You are talking about a level of importance. You're talking about the best players on the team, right? And yes, quarterback, Amari Cooper, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, Joel Bitonio. I don't want to see anybody out there with Joel Bitonio gone. Stuff like that. I get it. And that is where Cooper is. I mean, okay, let me ask you this. Who has the leverage in this situation? Is it Amari Cooper to say,
because some team will pay him.
You really do need me.
Yes, some team will pay him. Considering what Calvin Ridley just got, and he hasn't been good since.
But the Browns push back and they say, man, you're pushing 30, you're pushing all that. But I really do think Amari Cooper maybe's got all the power.
He does.
He does. And again, could he just, he might have to pull he's under contract. That's the bitch of it, is he's under the contract. There's nothing, if he wants to sit out, that season tolls. You go back to the Le'Veon, but him sitting out for the entire year does nothing. He's got to show up by what? Week 8? Week 8, 11, something like that. There is a point that he has to show up and play to account for the season. And he'll get fined and he'll miss all that money. But would it get that ugly? I don't think so. Here's my best guess on what the Browns are going to do with Amari Cooper. They will give him a 3-year extension, with that first year eating up this year. And you have 2 years beyond that. You front load it with some money, and you add void years on the way out the back. The issue is you don't have a surplus of cash to give him right now, unless you restructure Watson, which is what I don't want them to do. The other thing, you don't have to restructure all of Deshaun Watson. You could take a piece of that to pay Amari Cooper now. I'm open to that. And I don't want people to come back and say they got me on a Watson restructure if they do like $20 million to give to Amari Cooper. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the full bore $60 million, that. I don't want them doing that. I don't think they will. Could be wrong. We'll find out. I'd be okay restructuring a piece of Watson, because you've restructured everybody else. There's no more money to squeeze out of this. You restructure Watson, you give a little Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, maybe you give a little bit to Amari Cooper. I'm fine with that. But the hard ball is going to start being played here. And eventually, rubber is going to have to hit the road on what we're going to do with Amari Cooper and with some of these other guys. And that's going to be on, I almost said Kobe Altman. It's going to be on Andrew Berry to get that all figured out.
I'm not going into next year, Jerry Jeudy being my wide receiver 1. I'm not doing it.
I don't want that either. Now, your future beyond that, I don't know. And the other thing is, even if you keep Amari Cooper around, even as your number 2, maybe $25 million a year is going to be number 2 money by then. I don't know. It's getting a little crazy with that.
It already almost is.
It pretty much is, and that's what they have to weigh the future. And, I saw this. I think it was Abby Mueller on Twitter. Shout out to her. And they retweeted it was a graphic, of all the highest paid players at all the positions. Well, there's no Browns on that list. And Abby had a good tweet that said, that's because Andrew Berry is a forward thinker.
It'll be Miles soon.
Well, it'll be Miles again, and it was Miles for a little while, and it was Denzel for a little while, and even Deshaun Watson for a little while. But they're forward thinkers on that. And then they just keep projecting it on down the road. We'll see how it goes. I can't wait to see how it goes down there with the PGA champions at Firestone. Big announcement. Ryan, we're going to be there in a couple of weeks.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited. So what is that, Friday, July?
It'll be Thursday and Friday.
We're there Thursday, Friday. Our show is going to be live the 12th.
Is that Friday
the 12th?
Yes.
Friday the 12th.
Normal time.
So
9.
normal time, 9 to 11, Friday, July 12th. We will be down at Firestone for the PGA Champions event course, the Colleague Companies Championship. It's all weekend, July 10th through the 14th. Tickets start at just $25. They include access into the Colleague Infinity Zone, an interactive area featuring live music on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage, food trucks, activations from LA Golf, X Golf, who I love, man. I love X Golf. Horse Soldier Bourbon.
It just sounds good.
You know me and bourbon.
I've had that before.
And so much more. 1 ticket for 2 experiences. Visit colleaguechampionship.com to purchase your tickets. That's colleaguechampionship.com to get your tickets and make it a great day. I've already talked to my wife. I think I'm going to take my kid down on Saturday.
Do it.
Dude,
they got concerts, food trucks. They got it all.
This is one of the best, and I would say undersold gems in Northeast Ohio, because we remember when the Bridgestone was here. And I would go down to the Bridgestone. It's in our backyard. And you want to know the one thing I know about the Champions Tour? They are much more friendly, You want to go see Fred Couples? Ernie Els is one of my favorite golfers of all time.
I'm most excited to go meet John Daly.
John Daly's going to be there. And you know he's going to be taking pictures and hanging out. $25 gets you into the tournament and then the Infinity Zone. I got to tell you, that's the other thing, too, about going to a golf tournament. I want easy access to food, drinks, and shade.
Facts.
You get that with this. it's the best thing going. And we'll be so again, we're going to be there all week. So we're going to be there Thursday the 11th, and then our show Friday the 12th, and then that weekend. You know what? I got to ask my dad. I know he's watching right now. Like, if he would want to bring my son down Friday afternoon.
Have him watch your show.
He watches my show every day.
But like live?
No, live would be cool. I guess but then who's going to watch him?
You just said your dad.
Oh, yeah, if I take my dad down there, I guess I could. It's a long day for him, though. He's got to get his nap in. But that's what I'm saying. It's family friendly. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're watching still professional golf. And that's my thing as like a lifelong golf fan. I want to go down and see Miguel Angel Jimenez. I want to go see Ernie Els, Fred Couples. Like, yeah, it's not Bryson or Brooks or I got to stop naming the live guys. Not Justin Thomas, Jordan, but still, these are golfers like, of my past a little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun. CollegeChampionship.com. That is CollegeChampionship.com. KAULIG. Everybody was Matt Colleague. CollegeChampionship.com. Get these tickets. Do we know who's doing some of the concerts?
There is a list.
Oh, there is. We'll find that
Yeah.
then. That's it. The South Course. I think that Infinity Zone's where it's at. Music from local, national, and international acts. The food trucks, which, dude, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. Lounges, the fan experience. I love it, man. I've been going to the Bridgestone for a long time. I'm going, when are we going to play? Do we get to go play?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I hope so. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see you there in a couple of weeks. Get your tickets today. CollegeChampionship.com. That is CollegeChampionship.com. Catch a break. When we come back, we got the morning update. We'll dive into the grid. Bronny going to get drafted tonight. Time up. We got it all for you. Fontana Show right here on Big Play.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds.
The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone, and at even odds.
If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today, all right?
Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party.
Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typical Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
All right, welcome back. Fontana Show, morning update. Ryan's got it. Appreciate you along. You can always follow us on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show. We do Twitch, at Matt Fontana Show. YouTube, subscribe to that channel every morning. And then Instagram for all the clips and reels. It's everywhere that you need it. We got you with you every morning, 9 to 11. I just keep thinking about the golf tournament now. Like, I'm so excited.
I know, it'll be a great
It's going to be a great time. So we'll get to that coming up. But Ryan, we got plenty of NBA. Round 2 tonight. Bronny, morning update, please.
Alrighty, Matt. We'll start with the Guardians. They do drop the finale to the Orioles, but they still win the series. That's all good. John Kenzie Noel goes yard, the 4th player in Guardians Indians franchise history to hit a home run, their first major league at bat.
I've not thought about Kevin Kuzminov in a long time. I
didn't recognize anybody on the list.
So freaking good.
I didn't recognize anybody on that list.
Oh, Earl Averill. I mean, his jersey up in the rafters. Raptors up in the stadium.
Never heard of him.
Kevin Kuzminov. I thought he was going to be really, really good. Yeah. Again, I'm not complaining about that game. Like, you got 2 out of 3. It was great. Bats kind of slowed down. What's up with Josh Naylor not playing again though?
Remember when he slid that one time?
Yeah.
That one game and he got hurt. I gotta imagine he's banged up a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. And again, I'm fine sitting him down to get him ready to go for this series. I was kind of shocked Jose was playing. I thought you might give him a day off to get ready for the series. All right, you dropped the final one against the Orioles, no problem. If anything, positivity. Carlos Carrasco pitched pretty well, good enough to get a win. You didn't, fine. Get after these damn Royals.
You predicting a sweep?
No, but 3 out of 4. I'm going to say you're going to get 3 out of 4. I think you win tonight. I love tonight. I love it. A little Ben Lively here tonight. What do we got? Over-under's 8.5. Guardians minus a run and a half is plus 145. You know me on the run and a half, buddy.
I do know you.
That's it.
All right, well, the NBA draft kicked off last night, round 1. Cavs with the 20th overall pick select guard Jaylon Tyson, 6'6", 218 pounds, out of California. Matt, I think you're a fan of the pick.
I like it. You know, we watched the clips earlier, and shout out to my dad with a good text on this one. You watch those clips, he's never just standing there. You know, he's in the game. He's watching. He's active, right? I like that. And that's how, as a young guy, you're going to have to carve out your niche here on this team. Play a little bit of defense. You can shoot if he can keep playing with his back to the basket the way that he did in college, which, again, is going to be a big change for him in the NBA. I like what I saw. And that's all I can ask for on the 20th overall pick. Take a little upside. Take a body type. You want to know the thing I'm most happy about is the body type. He's a wing. He's athletic. I'll start with that. Get Kenny Atkinson, a development type of coach. Mold him on up, man. Mold him on up. And the other thing, like, I want Jaylon Tyson to play, but I don't need him to. So you can give him some time to develop, especially if Isaac Okoro is back. Like, he's going to have to carve out minutes on this team. You know, we talked about the trades in hour 1 where the Cavs don't want to trade anybody. If they hold on to everybody, fine. But you got to just carve out your minutes. And you don't need to rush him. You don't need to put him in your starting lineup today. But I like what I see. I watched 3 minutes of a YouTube clip, so I'm now an expert. Please come to me with all your Jason. Jaylon Tyson.
I think that's 2.
That's at least 4, I think.
You think already 4?
Yeah, 4. We're off to a bad start. But I'm an expert. I watched 3 minutes on YouTube. Any questions, throw them my way.
Alrighty, well, round 2 of the NBA draft is tonight, although the Cavs do not have a pick.
This is going to get political, but I got to ask it. What is the one thing that you think people, they do that the most? They watch a YouTube video or read one article and assume themselves experts. COVID?
Yeah, I watch a Fauci video. That criminal. That absolute criminal.
I read one article, Ryan. I am now an expert on blank. EV cars.
Fauci's roaming the streets while Julian Assange is behind bars in a foreign country.
I saw that come out.
Where are our priorities?
Like, what is the one thing that people will instantly read an article or watch a video and then dub themselves experts on?
Probably politics, for sure.
What is the one thing you think people consider themselves the experts in most? I think I run into a lot of people that I think they're really good with beer. Like, it's a millennial thing to be IPAs, like bourbons, sure. I don't know many car people. I know some. You know, my brothers are really good at fishing and hunting, so they know what they're doing there. I mean, again, they're jobs. They're experts at their jobs.
Yeah.
But, like...
No, that's a good question.
You know, the thing that people out there, what's the one area that people claim to be an expert in the most?
Maybe... that's a good question.
Social media? I mean, there's influencers everywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I'm an expert in is maybe the Call of Duty League. Give you some bets on that. Starts tonight.
I'd be an expert in. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Like even sports, like I would say I have an above average working knowledge of sports. You wouldn't know that by watching the show. But welcome to it. So I always had people come up to ask me, like family members, like, "Oh, hey, did you hear about this? Or what do you think about that? Or what's going on here?" Like stuff like
mythology. I'm pretty in tune with mythology.
Really?
That's my thing. That's all my tattoos are mythology.
Really?
All my tattoos are mythology.
8 months of doing this, and I know probably more than that. We're coming up on a year, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, big into it. Big into it.
Like what area? Like what's your favorite? My area of expertise is Batman. Now that you mentioned mythology, like my area is Batman. But okay, so tell me.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty Batman too. Nowhere near your level, but mythology's yeah.
So hit me with something here. I'm very intrigued. Hit me with something here.
Well, it's so funny the way I got into it. My favorite video game that I have probably 1,000 hours on. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's a League of Legends type. It's called Smite.
Okay.
It's one of those types. And it's all about mythologies. And you have your different pantheons. You have Greek. You have Hindu. You have Mesopotamia.
That I do. Yeah. Okay.
And that's kind of how I got into it. And then I just started going down a rabbit hole. I started my senior year of high school. I started writing papers on it and whatnot. And it's just crazy. You see so many different and I have a theory that
it's theology, right?
Yes.
Mythology.
It'll take me long. We'll go into it another day. It's going to take me a while.
But you're talking like Zeus and Hercules and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's your main Greek mythology.
Okay.
And then, Norse I'm big into, which that became popular with Thor in the Marvel Universe. Right. But then you go even further. Obviously, people know Ymir and Loki. But then you go even further. You have your Freyas. You have your, it's Odin's. Obviously, everyone knows Odin.
Did not
it's
know
crazy.
that about Ryan.
I love it.
All
I
right.
love it.
Very interesting. Good. So you need Batman or a little mythology. We got you covered here.
I mean, superheroes and mythology, they've got some.
Well, yeah, they're very tied. It's all, and again, I'm not saying that it's fake, it's real, but it's like, they're in the Chris, do this. This is a rule of the show. Everybody out there watching, everybody out there listening, everybody right now, find your nerdism in life. Find it and embrace it and love it. You love Star Wars? Nerd the fuck out, man. You love golf? Do it. You love Batman, mythology, whatever. Find your nerdism in life. Everybody needs one. Life's worth living with a nerd.
Haven't you ever seen my tattoos and you're like,
I've seen your tattoos. I don't know what they were. I don't know. I don't ask people about their tattoos. I just know that people get, tattoos that mean something to them. So, it comes back to, should I go get mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Skyline Chili tattoo.
No. Oh, my dead body.
All right, anyways. Second round of the NBA draft does kick off tonight, although the Cavaliers do not have a pick. Lakers potentially, Bronny James Suter is at 55 there, but we shall see. But rounding out the first 5 of round 1, Matt, tell me your favorite pick here. Zachary Rasher, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepherd to the Rockets, Stephon Castle to the Spurs, and Ron Holland to Detroit.
I like Stephon Castle a lot, and that was probably, I don't know enough about those two, the 2 Euro guys, the big guys, we'll see. But I like Stephon Castle, and I like that fit there very much for him. So, little drama. You had the deal, which is so funny that the trade gets broken on Twitter almost instantly, and then Adam Silver announces it like 45 minutes later about all the trades that happen. And tonight, you'll see a lot of this, man. You're going to see a lot of these moves. There's multiple teams with second-round picks. It's going to be hot and heavy. The question is, do you think Bronny goes to the Lakers? Do you think it happens?
Yeah, I do.
And our question this morning is, do you want to see that happen?
We got some haters.
Really, people don't want to see it?
Yeah, the majority doesn't.
I wonder why.
Because they only want it if it's on the Cavs.
I'm a sap and a sucker. I want to see it. I think it's a great story. It's what LeBron wants. I don't want to, take that away from him. I want to see it. So I'm down for it. I'm excited. But the thing is, do the Lakers pull that? Is there pressure enough to pick them? The one thing I was reading last night from somebody, does the Dalton Connect pick free you up to take Bronny? Because if people, say the Lakers fans, let's put ourselves in a little bit of purple and gold right now. And let's say that they take Bronny at 55 and you didn't get Dalton Connect, that everybody all of a sudden is like, oh my God, what a pick. Oh my God, I can't believe that he fell to us. That takes the pressure off of Bronny. You say, we basically stole this guy. Now, the question is, what did everybody else know? Yeah, I tweeted out, do you have a bong mask video come out like Laramie Tunsil? No, a buddy of mine, Jordan.
That was funny.
Jordan Zern, buddy of mine. He's at Sporting News now. He goes, were there old racist tweets found from Dalton Connect? Like, what happened? Like, this was so weird. You seem to be a lock top 10 pick.
Yeah.
So he slips a little bit. He slides a little bit. And the Lakers grab him. So the Lakers fans are probably like, they're on cloud 9 right now. All right, then that frees you up. We're taking Bronny. Don't bitch. We're taking him. You got a steal here. You got everything that everybody's over the moon for. Don't complain. We're taking Bronny James.
Facts. But
I think that frees it up.
Charles hit the nail on the head when we were asking about what does everybody think they're experts in.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
100% right. Fitness.
Yeah, I feel like everybody
has a fitness
oh, yeah, I got
page
this
now.
workout.
Everybody
I'm into
has
the
a fitness
kettlebells.
page.
I'm not. I'm actually into the band workouts now right now. I have workout bands.
There you go.
That is, you know what, Charles? Dude, you sent a lot of great messages to this show, man. I appreciate that. Everybody's got a workout for it. Peloton, everybody's in on that. We did Orange Theory for a while. Even just guys in the gym working out, everybody's got, yep, you know what? Good call. Very good call.
Alrighty, lastly here for the morning update. Coming off the heels of getting, I always mix up Miles, Matt. Miles and Mikal.
Yeah.
Coming off the heels of acquiring Mikal Bridges via trade, the New York Knicks immediately right after are intending to sign a 5-year, $212.5 million contract that would return OG Anunoby to the Knicks.
I mean, the Knicks are semi-running it back, right? Getting Anunoby back, but then they scared me. The Knicks are a lot better. And you know now how hurt Jalen Brunson was. You forget that Julius Randle got hurt off of that team. The Knicks are pretty scary. If you believe that there's a little hangover coming for Boston, and this trend is going to continue, because, again, in the NBA, what if we had now 7 straight new champions, right, off the heels of the Warriors?
Yep.
I think that trend is going to continue. And here's my reason why. This is a shot at the Celtics, and I don't give a damn. I don't think they're good enough to keep a dynasty going. Call me crazy. They won this title with a path. The yellow brick road opens up for them on their way to this championship. And again, they have good players. I don't see them being good enough to just run this on back and go win 3 out of 4. So sorry, call me skeptical because I am. I don't think the Celtics are winning the title next year. So with that aside, then I look and go, could they make it to the finals? Sure, maybe lose to the Nuggets or lose to the Timberwolves, or did they not even make it out of the East? And I'd have to tell you, their number one threat right now is very clearly the Knicks. Knicks are a scary team, man. Knicks are a scary team.
They're a scary team.
And again, you're going to have to go through one of those two. You might have to go through both. Depending on how the bracket lays out, you might have to go through the Knicks and the Celtics. You want to get where you want to go as a Cavs team, fan, whatever. Scary, man. Scary one. Great scares me. Should we do NBA today?
Do you want to? That would be kind of like fitting.
It'd be on brand, so to speak. Our week is already shot. We already screwed it up. We don't have to give away this week. We'll do it not next week. We're going to be off Thursday, Friday.
All right. What do you want to do? Would you
pull it up? Let me see the NBA one.
All right.
Let's pull it up. Here we go.
Oh, you want to see the NBA one?
Well, keep that one up and then flip over to the NBA real quick.
All right.
Just do it on the screen. See what it looks like.
Oh! All right, we might have to.
All right, we got to do the Cavs. All right, let's do a little NBA Immaculate Grid. You know how it works, up and down, left and right. Got to put your players in, including 5,000 career assists.
Got to be Isaiah Thomas, right?
Go.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, it's got to be.
Has to be.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
I cannot believe I spelled that right.
Now, is that the right one?
82 to 94.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, good job. All right, now Ja, not near enough.
No, probably not. I mean,
you know I thought of? Marc Gasol.
That's funny. I always think of him and Zach Randolph, but no way Zach Randolph hit that.
No way Zach Randolph. Gasol distributed a little bit more.
Gotta be Mike Conley.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
No
well
way,
done.
right?
Yeah, it's got to be Mike Conley. He doesn't work for any of the other two. Well done. That's a great call on Mike Conley. Yes.
Is he not Tyrese yet?
I mean, again, Reggie Miller shot a lot.
Victor Oladipo, probably not.
Didn't Pistol Pete play for the Pacers?
Pete
Maravich?
I don't know. There gotta be somebody else, anyways.
Jazz, Hawks. No, Hawks is one.
No way Reggie Miller had that. Probably not.
I don't think so. God, who's a really... Ooh. Wait. No, I don't think he played there. And if anything, I know he works for another one of those teams. No, he didn't. Okay.
Go back to it?
Yeah, we'll go back to it. All right, you just want to rip the Cavs on through here?
Yeah, we can do
Okay,
that.
go ahead. Ben Wallace.
Who? Jeff Green.
Oh, Jeff Green. Jeff Green works for a lot of these. And our old friend Karis LeVert.
I forgot. I know he's on the Nets. Was he on the Pacers?
Mm-hmm. I think might have even started his career with the Pacers. All right, Magic.
This is where it gets a little.
This is where it's going to get tough for us. Did Dwight Howard play in any of those other teams? I don't think so.
No.
Shaq didn't go to any of those other teams.
Tracy McGrady. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Penny Hardaway.
No, Tracy McGrady played in Orlando too, but
so did Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think if they played on any of those other teams. Penny Hardaway speaks to me for the Pacers for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know for sure. No, yeah. I like the Penny Hardaway option. No, Magic, Suns, Knicks, and Heat. No.
Hedo Turkoglu.
Remember that guy?
Big Baby Davis had to have played on one of these teams, right?
Oh, didn't Hedo Turkoglu? Didn't he play for Memphis? He had to have. I'm Googling all these, by the way. I don't give a damn. Not today. Kings, Spurs, Magic, Raptors, Suns, Magic, Clippers.
No.
That's not.
Big Baby Davis had to play somewhere.
I would go Indiana if I had to go anywhere with them. Obviously,
what about Bogdanovich?
Which one though?
The one that was being a douchebag in the Cavs playoffs this year. Who was that? Brogdon or whatever his name is.
He played for the Pacers, didn't he?
No, there was one old dude that played on the Magic this year. The Cavs played him.
Glenn Davis doesn't work. No, that's what I'm saying. There's like
I know there's like 2 million.
There's Bojan Bogdanovich.
No, I'm thinking of Joe Ingles. I'm tripping.
Joe Ingles works, doesn't he?
For Magic and who?
I always think Joe Ingles played on the Pacers, and he never has. You're right. Joe Ingles has played for the Jazz. I think he's played for the Jazz like his whole career.
Wasn't he just on the Magic last year?
Jazz, Bucks, Magic.
Am I tripping? It wasn't?
Jazz, Bucks, Magic. That's it for Joe Ingles.
Yeah, okay. But Magic, yeah, I'm not tripping on that.
So Bojan Bogdanovich with the J, he has played for the Nets, Wizards, Pacers, Jazz, Pistons, Knicks. So you can go, oh no, we don't need the Pistons and the Pacers.
What about Mo Bamba? He's still in the Magic.
He was, but then where would you put him? Detroit?
I don't know.
Or did he get drafted by Minnesota or by Memphis? I mean,
no, I think he got drafted by the Magic.
Mo Bamba.
I don't know.
I know we're just kind of shooting it here. Magic, Lakers, 76ers for Mo Bamba.
We might be shocked.
I mean, that's fine. We kind of went off the reservation here a little bit with it. Pacers. Ooh. Well, you don't even have the Pacers 5,000 assists. You want to just rip Reggie Miller there? He played so long. There's no way that he didn't have it.
Yeah, but he was just shooting that shit.
I know, but hang on. I'll tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now.
We might as well, even if we get it
totals, wrong. Assists. Oh, no, 4,100. Yeah. That's it. I know there's probably a legendary player that we're missing or something like that.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Don't even know.
What a pathetic effort.
That's fine. Pacers all-time assist leaders. Wait a minute. Wait, how many career assists is it? 5, isn't it 5,000?
Yeah.
Cover the kids' ears. This is a bullshit immaculate grid. There's no player in Pacers history with 5,000 assists.
So it must be like they want us to pick somebody that has 5,000 assists and
that
played
just
for
happened
like a
to
year.
play there.
Yeah,
come on, man.
That is pretty trash by the immaculate grid.
Reggie Miller is the all-time leader in assists at 4,100. I mean, I guess, yeah, it doesn't have to be all-time. Go Mark Jackson. Because he played there for a good while, and he finished with, 12, he finished with...
He was 94%.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, did that work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, assists. He has 10,000 career assists. Okay, so that works. I want to get one. I want to get one.
What about no?
What about recent stuff?
That's the problem. I don't know. I don't watch the Detroit Pistons. I don't watch the
Aaron Gordon didn't wait. No, Aaron Gordon went straight from Orlando to Denver. Did he go to Memphis first?
I think you're just making things up.
I'm making stuff up at this point. Yeah, straight from the Magic to the Nuggets. I don't know. Chalk it. Go down and see what the most popular ones were.
Grant Hill, Vince Carter. Oh, I literally said Victor Oladipo.
Oh yeah, Victor Oladipo would have been a good one then too. Struggled a little bit. That's right. It's out of our forte there on the basketball. We figure with the draft going on, we'll have a lot of fun. Everybody's just tweeting.
I'm sure they are.
You idiots. Sorry. That's my bad on that one. That's my bad. All right, let's catch our final break of the morning. We come back. We'll do a little time hop. We'll talk Bronny tonight, and we'll get you our odds and get you our plays for the Guardians and the Royals tonight. We got it all for you. Big play. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yep.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
How does an Ohioan build the perfect parlay?
Who's got something? Big guys looking for long odds. The kids in Columbus are covering better than anyone, and at even odds. If it's even, I'm leaving. Listen, our championship DVD starts today, all right? Dude, I just got an invite to a Cincy playoff watch party. Shut up. Cincy, State, Cleveland, the perfect parlay. I'm a genius.
For the best odds on Ohio sports, bet with your cojones.
It is Spanish, dummy.
Bet with Typical Sportsbook.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
All right, got a lot to get to wrap up our Thursday edition. And Brian, you just want to do an extra 3 hours here while we're here so we don't have to go to Skyline to shoot that video for the guys down in Cincinnati? I'd like to do that. Please. Let's hang out. What else do you want to do? Let's do every Immaculate Grid possible. We can't leave until we get it done. Cue up the soccer one.
Wait, so have you ever...
Cue it up.
Have you ever ate Skyline?
No.
You're not in for a treat.
So the closest that I ever got was I went down to cover a Browns-Bengals game, and they had that as the press dining.
Bro, they shotgun cans of chili.
Ugh. I've never in my life had Skyline chili. I've never been inside of a Skyline chili. So again, like the closest that I've ever gotten to was at Press Dining at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. That's it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even like a shtick or a bit when I walk in and go, I don't know what to order here. Chili on my noodles and cheese. That's pretty much why I don't like onions and whatever the 5-way is. I'll figure that out when I get there.
Well, Kristaps going to be out 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, that's fine. They don't need him till the end of this. They don't need him until the next calendar year anyway. They don't need to play till 2025. So that's fine. So what is it? The knee? Yeah, surgery or the calf? Right? Isn't the calf? Isn't that what's screwing him up?
Dude, I don't even know what this means. Medical terms.
Yeah, that weird freaky dicky thing in his
torn retinaculum.
Yeah, remember we were making fun of it. That's the thing in his
tibialis tendon.
That's the thing in his calf or whatever it is. All right, man. Good luck on the surgery. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's jump into timeout. We'll tell you what happened this day in history, including going just 1 year ago today, a report that the Browns would not be pursuing DeAndre Hopkins. This comes off that Deshaun Watson was pushing for him. He was available. All those things were the report the Browns were not going to be going after D-Hop. I was fine with that. I wasn't really like, had to have him. I thought he was like a bonus more than anything. But especially when some of the money got... somebody just said a name that I've never heard of for the Pacers and the Magic. I don't know who that is.
Who?
Goga Bitadze?
No idea.
Gogabitadze.
That's not a real person.
That's what I said. Sorry, I don't mean to derail time off here. I just got this text. Goga. He's a Georgian basketball center who currently plays for the Orlando Magic. He's only 25 years old. Well done. I wish
who knows that?
Somebody who covers the NBA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish I would have read the text earlier. I didn't. We would have put that in. That would the rarity score have been nothing? I don't know. But back to D-Hop. The money that he's asking for, like, if he was here, you would probably not have Jerry Jeudy. Because the money you would have had to allocate to Jerry Jeudy, you would have given to DeAndre Hopkins, maybe on a multi-year deal. It's always a means to an end. Just because you sign a guy, it could, prevent you from getting guys in the future. I didn't think DeAndre Hopkins had anything left. I don't know. Also 1 year ago today, two people that are in town and we see a lot of pictures of. David Cornsweat and Rachel Brosnahan were announced as Superman and Lois Lane 1 year ago today.
Who's Lois?
I think her name is Rachel Brosnahan. Brosnahan? I don't know. She's Lois Lane. All the pictures are out. I get into it with buddies about the suit looks okay. The S is on the back as a nod to Christopher Reeve. I think it's just cool they're downtown. There's a bunch of people that are obviously working downtown. They send videos of them walking down the street, shooting all that. They took over Muni Lot. It's going to be I can't wait for the movie to come out just so I can see all the shots that were done in Cleveland.
I still need to go back.
You got to go watch Avengers. You've got to go watch Avengers. Actually, I will do you one better. I will tell you the only 10 minutes of the movie you need to see.
Yeah.
That's got
battle. It's like when they're the big battle.
The first one is Loki. The first one is Loki stealing something, and he comes out of the Renaissance, and he's in public square. And then the final battle scene, there's Cleveland all over. So I tell you to watch the whole movie. It's a good watch.
Go back to draft day and hear your voice. I haven't done that yet.
I'm not in draft.
I mean Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. I'll tell you the episode I was in Hard Knocks. They did a voiceover for me. I'm not getting excited for the Browns game. So I'll find it. It's somewhere. Yeah. But I thought it was pretty cool. I made it into Hard Knocks. So yeah, it is what it is. This day, 2022, a report that Kyrie Irving was trying to join the Lakers and LeBron was very open to the idea. That whole, them still courting one another, like, it's like you're still checking up on your ex while you're married. It's kind of creepy. Like, just let it go. They're not going to play alongside one another again. The Kyrie LeBron thing wasn't going to work in Cleveland anymore. I'm sure they would have done things differently. Maybe they wish different things would have happened. I don't know. It's over. Move on. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'd say so.
At this point, like, I always say Kyrie was the perfect complement to LeBron. LeBron, while not even knowing that prior in his career and ever since, that's what he's chasing. Kyrie Irving, alongside LeBron, was perfection. And if they still want to try to chase that at age 40, I'm going to say now, but obviously this was 2 years ago when they were still trying to do it. That's all they were trying to do, to say we had perfection, we tried to chase it, we couldn't attain it, and now it'll never happen again. And if you want to put it down as one of the biggest what-ifs of sport, they still won a championship. They won a championship together. And I think LeBron would like Kyrie to come back. Maybe they made mistakes. I don't know. Nothing to do with it.
Not to derail you, but Outback's giving out free bloomin' onions today.
Hell yeah!
Today and tomorrow when you purchase an adult entree.
In store?
Or online.
Oh, you get takeout?
Yeah.
Tomorrow too?
Today and tomorrow.
Text my wife right now.
If you're in the restaurant, just mention National Onion Day, or if you when you dine in, or use code BLOOM when you order online.
Free bloomin' onions. Can't do it online. We take the kids to Outback? Would you be upset if a 3 and 1 year old came into Outback while you're trying to eat?
No, Outback's not that nice.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of mid-level. What's the code? Code online?
Bloom.
Bloom.
All caps.
Bloom. I'm not kidding. I just texted my wife all that. I love the bloomin' onion, man. Here's the thing. I hate onions, but I like cooked onions. I will do onion rings. I will do bloomin' onions.
Yeah.
And even sauteed onions are fine.
That might be the goat appetizer.
Raw onions are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Raw, red, white, Vidalia.
Grow up. You're 35 years old. Grow up.
Stop that.
You're about to be 36 years old. You're about to be 36 years old. Grow up.
I'm closer to 36 than I'm not, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Raw onions on a sandwich, on a burger, are disgusting.
Sunday, right?
No, it was last weekend.
Oh, it was last weekend?
Yeah, my birthday was last weekend.
What?
I don't like telling.
This weekend.
No, it's next. It was last weekend.
I thought it was this weekend. How did I drop that ball?
Trust. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Sorry, you didn't wish me happy birthday.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. And I turned 35, not 36. Thanks to that. I don't. You didn't even add any years to that, buddy.
I thought you were
It was
35.
past weekend. No. Yeah, I'm. Not, I don't do that, man. I gotta appreciate people wish me happy birthday on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. I'm all good, man. I got a fire pit and a pair of golf shorts. Best thing I could ever ask for. That's it. Oh, I didn't even send a picture out, bro. My wife, you talk about finding your nerdism. She embraces this. She got me 2 pieces of Batman art that I've been searching for years.
Wow.
Knocked it out.
Wow.
I love my wife, man. She's the best. She's so... now the cool thing is, my Batman art hallway, I get to go down there and I get to rearrange everything now. And I get to okay, I want to fit this here and I'm going to keep this here. I love it. Steph, I love you very much. She knocked it out of the park. 2 pieces of Batman art, a fire pit, some golf shorts.
It's a good birthday.
That's all I could ask for, man. All I could ask for. We're talking about onions. Bloomin' onions. Yeah. Onion rings are very good.
Yeah.
If you get to places that have the right sauce. I will eat onion rings and I'll just dabble some ketchup on, and I'll eat them without anything. But if you get a place that has a good Thousand Island and you dunk,
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, fried pickles. Shout out to Rowley Inn. Ironically, went for my birthday brunch this weekend. Went to Rowley Inn. I haven't been there in a long time. Dude, they have these thick, beer-battered fried pickles with a little kick to them. Oh, so good. Calamari. I'll eat that all day as an appetizer.
That's good.
Loaded nachos, great. A famous debate, and if somebody's still watching, you know the debate. Are wings an appetizer or an entree? I say they're an entree. I say they're an entree.
I would say more so entree.
I would say 95% of my life I've eaten wings as an entree, not an appetizer.
Yeah, 100%.
Bloomin' onions are delicious, and now I know what we're getting for dinner tomorrow night. Do you know Vincenzo's Pizza? You remember them?
No.
They closed their doors this day, 2022. They were right downtown. They were right over by the ballpark and arena. They sold pizza by the slice. Obviously Italian. Oh, dude, Vincenzo's was great. And I feel so bad because I feel like it's one of those places that COVID just killed because nobody was downtown anymore.
Yep.
So the best thing about Vincenzo's was you go in there and order a pie, order a pizza. But during lunch hour, you just got into a cafeteria-style line, and you wanted pizza or pasta or a sandwich, and they just throw it on the tray for you. You get down to the end, I'll take a lemonade. I love Vincenzo's, man, but they closed this day, 2022. This day, 2014, Johnny Manziel spoke at the Rookie Symposium and made comments about he doesn't have problems. I'm committed to my job, but when it's time to have fun, I'm going to have fun. Nothing I do on the weekends is affecting my job, is what Johnny said. He also said, I'm not going to live in a shell. Well, maybe you should have.
Functioning blow addict.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't think he was ever going to work in the NFL. The thing about Johnny Manziel that will always stick in my mind, outside all the drug problems, outside all the other stuff that he had, we were at a training camp one day, and he came out with a giant sleeve on his arm, and he just started throwing the football around with his left hand. I go, what the hell is he doing? Talk to Mike Pettin, and they go, oh, yeah, he's got elbow soreness. And I go, elbow soreness? So that tells me one of two things. Either A, he's trying to throw the football further than he actually can and is putting a strain on his arm, which tells me he can't throw it down the field anyway. Or B, his arm wasn't conditioned because he wasn't working out, getting ready for his job in the NFL. That's all I need. That's all I need to know. And I admit this, and people that followed me for my time, I was hooked on John. I was all in on Johnny Manziel, man. I got hooked by the hype, and I was wrong. Oh, boy, was I wrong. Not the first nor the last time.
You weren't as wrong as Skip.
No, he went all in on that. Colin Cowherd knew, man. He just knew. And Merrill Hodge. Merrill Hodge hated Johnny. Hated him. We all just chalked it up to Steeler hate with Merrill Hodge, but boy, did he hate Johnny Manziel. This day, 2009, the Indians, couple of trades for him. This day, 2009, they traded Mark DeRosa to the Cardinals for Chris Perez. It's a pretty good trade. And then one of the biggest trades in Guardians-Indians history. This day, 2002, Bartolo Colon to the Expos for Grady Sizemore, Brandon Phillips, and Cliff Lee. And Lee Stevens and all that. But you got Grady Sizemore, Brandon Phillips, and Cliff Lee all for Bartolo Colon. One of the best trades that team had ever made. And there's a list to be made. And it's a damn impressive list, but that one's certainly up there. This day, 2000, Cavs traded Bob Sura for Robert Tractor Trailer. R.I.P. to Tractor Trailer. What a name, by the way. His name is Robert Trailer. And he was a big dude, and he went by Tractor Trailer. This day, 1999. You ever watch the X Games?
No.
I was really into it, like, when in its heyday of the early 2000s. You know, my brother, two of my brothers raced motocross. My brother, Chris, was really into it for a good stretch. Right? Every race, he was really good, too. But I'd always watch the X Games, like the freestyle.
Biking, or is that also skating?
What do you mean? X Games?
Isn't that biking? Or is it also skating?
No, like motocross bikes.
Oh.
That's what my brother did. But X Games was skateboarding and rollerblading and rally cross. But I would always watch for freestyle motocross, right? Well, at the X Games this day, 1999, Tony Hawk became the first person to ever land a 900.
I always wish I could skateboard.
I tried to rollerblade for a little bit, but didn't really work. I have no coordination, so I would just kill myself on a skateboard. I know I would. But, like, it was funny because... Now, did you see that 15-year-old kid that landed 2 900s in a row?
I saw, like, there was a first female.
He's 9 years old.
Yeah, that's unreal.
That's unreal. But Tony Hawk did it for the first time this day, 1999. This day, 1994, here's a weird one. Aerosmith became the first major band to allow fans to freely download their new song off the internet in 1994. Oh, boy, would we get to LimeWire and BearShare one day, but they started at 94. This day, 1991, the Indians traded Tom Candiotti and Turney Ward to the Blue Jays for Mark Whitten, Glenn Allen Hill, Dennis Boucher, and a player to be named later. 1972, legendary computer game Atari was founded. Atari Inc. was founded, the first video game. NBA drafts this day in history. This day, 2013. You want to guess?
It's Anthony Bennett.
That's correct. Anthony Bennett goes number 1 overall out of UNLV. Victor Oladipo goes 2. Otto Porter, who I wanted, goes 3. Cody Zeller, Alex Len, Nerlens Noel, Ben McLemore, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, CJ McCollum, and down there at 15, out of Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo goes 15 to the Bucks. What a steal. What a steal. Kelly Olynyk went ahead of him. Oh, remember Shane Larkin, Barry Larkin's son? He went 18 in this draft.
I do remember.
Sergei Karasev, Cavs legend, went 19 in this draft. Rudy Gobert went 27. 27 in that draft. This day, 2013. This day, 2001, Kwame Brown. When you do that list of most failed first overall picks, Kwame Brown is always on that list. Hall of Famers in this one, Pau Gasol went 3. Tony Parker goes 28. Zach Randolph was in that first round. Richard Jefferson was in that first round. Joe Johnson. And the Cavs took Sagana Diop, 8 overall out of the Senegal and Oak Hill Academy with the 8th pick. And then the 1990 NBA draft. Sorry, I didn't have this one.
1990.
Derek Coleman went first overall. Gary Payton, the glove, goes 2. He's the only Hall of Famer. Tony Kukoc went 29. That's it. That's it from the 1990 draft. There we go. All right, birthdays. Brad Childress, former Browns offensive coordinator and Vikings head coach. Bobby Wagner, linebacker. Jim Edmonds, J.J. Abrams, Jack Lemmon, Khloe Kardashian, and Tobey Maguire, all celebrating birthdays today. All right, I'm not going to lie. I had a couple off-the-beaten-path movies that I didn't know if I was going to bring up to you. My question is, do you want them?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get the order here. All right, I'm going to go out a little out of order here, but follow me on this, okay? It was a movie that came out this day in 1986. This movie starred an extremely popular entertainer, but I would not call this person an actor. So obviously, probably a musician, and one of the most famous musicians in my opinion in history. The movie stars, do you want the actress in it too?
Sure.
Jennifer Connelly as a 16-year-old girl and aforementioned star as Jareth, the Goblin King. And in this mystical world, Sarah embarks on a quest to reach the center of an enormous, unworldly maze to rescue her half-infant brother, Toby, whom she wished away to Jareth. This world, she's got to go into the maze and go find it.
When I think of maze, I think of the labyrinth.
Correct.
Let's go.
Well done.
Let's go.
I don't know if you'd get that one.
Dude, that's mythology.
Oh.
The Minotaur.
Do you know? Well, I know the Minotaur. That's a great episode of the Batman animated series, by the way. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Introduction of the Riddler, by the way. Do you know who starred in Labyrinth?
86?
Yeah.
I was gonna I don't know. When did Elvis die?
It was not Elvis. He died in the 70s.
Okay. No, I don't know.
David Bowie.
Oh.
David Bowie played Jareth, the King of Goblins. Jim Henson, who did the Muppets and all that, he directed this movie. So I didn't know. I had that on my list. I was kind of questioning if that would make sense for you or not. And then I'll just bring this one up because we always do James Bond ones. Live and Let Die came out this day, 1970s.
It's a good song.
Live and Let Die is a great song. Great song. And was that not the Beatles?
Yes.
So that's one of their very few songs. That's not bad. Live and Let Die. Yeah, good thing. All right, the one that I was going to get you on was a film that came out this day, 1990. This is a sport movie, but it's a bit of a niche sport. And of this particular sport, I can count on maybe one hand the amount of movies made about this sport. Okay, so we start there. I don't think this would help you, but it's my little factoid. That the group, that the individuals involved in this sport were actually very angry when this movie got made because it was a poor depiction of the actual sport. People got this idea that it was all about wrecks. Might help you there a little bit. Wrecks. Running into guys and doing all that kind of stuff.
Is it like a roller derby movie?
No.
Well, not a hockey. Is it a hockey movie?
No, not hockey. No.
Rugby?
No.
Running into each other. Oh, wrecks, as in car wrecks.
So?
Is it a NASCAR movie?
Correct.
Oh, God, I don't even know if I can name a NASCAR movie outside of
if you can't
Ricky
do that,
Bobby.
that's my whole point. Is I can count on one hand Ricky Bobby and probably this movie.
Oh, God.
So if you don't have it, I don't think you're going to get it.
Nah.
Days of Thunder.
Nah.
Oh, go watch it. Good flick. The late, great Mr. Tony Scott directing. Tom Cruise plays a hot-shot race car driver. Michael Rooker plays Rowdy Burns, who is patterned after Dale Earnhardt Jr. So the thing is, this whole movie, if you're a NASCAR fan, Cole Trickle is a nod to Dick Trickle, or a nod to Dick Trickle. He was patterned after Rusty Wallace. Randy Quaid plays the owner. He's patterned after Rick Hendrick. Rowdy Burns is taken off of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And actually, no, I take that back. Then there's Kerry Eves, he plays Russ Wheeler. He was actually patterned after Rusty Wallace. Cole Trickle was taken after Tim Richmond, who actually was born in Ohio. Unfortunately passed away at a young age there. Robert Duvall is Harry Hogg. It's a good flick. Now, the issue is they made this movie and they said this is a horrible representation of NASCAR because people now they're going to watch and they just think that we wreck each other all the time. And we don't. So in the movie, they're beating, they're banging, they're going all this, they're wrecking, and they go, people are going to watch NASCAR and be bored because they just think that we wreck all the time. But good flick there with Days of Thunder. This day, 1990. All right, well done. Tonight, Bronny, does he actually go to the Lakers or not? Cast your vote. Yes. I think so. I think he's going to as well. So he'll get there. So watch that tonight for the second round. Be a little interested to see how that goes out. I'm going to be really interested on the guards. Let's go. I'm going to take a -1.5. You know how I do it, man. And I'm going to take them on +140 on that. Let's dive into some of the trends here as they take on the Royals. Michael walk on the hill for them. We got Lively going for us tonight. Lively in his last 3 starts has a 3 ERA, 2-1 in his last 3 starts. Waka in his last 3 starts, 4.7 ERA. He's lost 2 out of those 3. And by the way, the Royals have lost all 3 of his last starts by a minimum of 3 runs every last start for him. So you know me.
Let's make it 4.
Let's do it. Cleveland 7-1 straight up in their last 8. But they don't play well against Kansas City. Cleveland's 1-4 straight up in their last 5 against Kansas City and 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games out there at Kauffman Stadium. The under has hit 6 out of the Guardians' last 8 games on the road and 5 out of their last 7 against an AL Central opponent. For the Kansas City Royals, the under has hit 5 out of their last 5 games. So maybe the under is play. They're only 5-12 straight up in their last 17 games. The under has hit 4 out of their last 5 games at home. So I guess maybe the under might be the play, especially with Lively on the hill. Over under.
I don't know if you have it, but you know
9.
the stat I want.
9. Oh, I don't have the day. Well, I can find you one here real quick. No, I don't have a day one for you. Ryan usually likes when they play on a Thursday. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for you on that. So I'm going to ride the guards tonight, -1.5. Maybe take the under on that. The play seems to be the one right there. Great stuff. We got the Cincinnati guys tonight. Maybe we'll get them their video and eat a Skyline show.
I forgot about that.
They're on tonight, so I don't know if we'll get it to them in time. Tell them that we're going to shoot it today. I don't want them to think that we're wasting time here.
Well, here's what we'll do is, for the meantime, we can go do this Skyline thing.
Yeah.
And I can easily make it a good looking video
and just send it
I'll
to them.
Send it to them, and then I'll do the commercial.
Okay.
I'll just voice over it.
Just send them the ones so they get their pound of flesh tonight. While I eat a pound. I'm not eating a pound. I'll have a couple of bites of Skyline. So follow. Maybe you'll see the video on our Twitter at Matt Fontana Show. Always appreciate your support. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Follow at Matt Fontana Show, Twitter X. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Matt Fontana Show, Twitch. You can do it there, and also Instagram. Back tomorrow for a Friday edition. I hope I make it. If you call off sick tomorrow, you know why.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we had to go eat Skyline. But I hope to be here tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. For Ryan Tyler, I'm Matt Fontana as always. Take it easy.